Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all.
This is Leah and Michelle from Resistance Chicks. We decided to come to you with a little bit of our old way we used to do things, the candy car rides.
We got our third member of our Resistance Chicks here. This is Peaches.
Peaches is our Jeep Wrangler. She's a 99. She's got a couple 100,000 miles on her, but she's
Hat
strong.
tip to Kansas, who has pretty much rebuilt this car.
Yeah.
Jeep.
You don't call her a car.
I know.
Can you believe you did that?
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you?
All right, so as many
My
y'all
gosh.
have, we just love y'all from the UK. I just love you so stinking much. Want to pinch
Stinking.
all y'all's cheeks. But here's the thing. I can't for the life of me figure out how to do a different British accent. I have listened and I can't. Listen, when you grow up watching the BBC and Masterpiece Theater and Mary Poppins and My Fair Lady, I mean, that's the accent that I got.
Many of y'all people came to us and said, well, your accent's pretty good, but it's about 70 years too late. And I'm thinking, it's probably a couple 100 years too late based on all the stuff they got us watching on Masterpiece Theater. Oh my gosh.
We have seen every Jane Austen recreation that y'all make.
Gee whiz, y'all giving us a hard time. You want the Geordie accent? I don't know if y'all listen to that Geordie accent. That's a real hard accent to do. I only want to hear you in the Geordie accent. So here's the thing. I want to hear a bunch of y'all people from the UK come to us and give us the West Virginia accent.
So that's what we want to bring to you.
Yeah.
Bring to y'all is a country accent that we weren't really allowed to use growing up. Because our little town of Milford that we're driving through right now, it used to be really country when my mama was growing up. And it kind of got sophisticated. We got a McDonald's when I was about 10 or 11, you know.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Our little town is like on the edge of civilization. If you keep going east, you're going to hit Washington, D.C., and it's country the whole way, okay?
Yes,
so,
indeed.
my mama would never let us use words like ain't.
No
okay?
way.
And
ain't in the dictionary, and I found it there.
I know we showed
So
our
she's
mama.
a liar. My mama's a liar.
So, but here's the thing. I thought I would teach y'all how to do a little country hick accent, a little redneck accent, because that's what we can do, because that's the people around us. That's how they talk, especially when you get a little east and a little south into Kentucky.
Yeah.
We got a little joke for people in Kentucky. You know, you might be from Kentucky if you go to a family reunion to get a date.
And they do too.
They do too.
They do it. I'm telling you, they do it.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to start with I thought I'd do a song that taught me how to use a British accent, and then I'd use that same song to teach y'all a country redneck accent. Okay?
This is a good thing. Y'all
All right,
stick
so-
around because you're gonna like this.
Y'all seen Sound of Music?
Everybody loves Sound of
Julie
Music.
Andrews, right?
Yeah.
Why did they use British accents if they're in Austria?
I don't know.
I don't understand
Because she was
that.
good at it. Because she's from that
Everybody
place. Britain.
uses a British accent in
Yeah,
that
they do.
movie.
Yeah,
and
they
they're
do.
in Austria.
Well-
And I gotta tell you guys, here in America, if they're making a foreign movie, they're all gonna be using British accents. I don't care if you're in Croatia or anywhere else, they're gonna use a British stinking accent.
Well, they make sci-fi
Germany.
movies that are supposed to be in the future, and they got aliens coming out, and they give them a British daggum accent. And you know they do it too.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. When you read, you begin with A, B, C.
When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi. Do, re, mi.
The first three notes just happen to be
do, re, mi.
Do, a deer,
A female deer,
Ray, a drop of golden sun.
me, a name I call myself, far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, la, a note that follows so, T, a drink with jam and bread, and that brings us back to do. All right, now, that's how we learn our British accent.
Amongst other things, but I
Many
thought
things.
that would be a good way to teach y'all country accents.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
Do, a dare. I shot that dare. Now go get me a beer.
Yeah,
All right.
get her a beer for shooting a deer, but we don't drink beer. But that's what other people would say. Okay.
Right.
All right, here
I
we
would
go.
like for you to meet my brother Ray and my other brother Ray and my brother Earl.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Go right me. Now, here you go. Here you go. Y'all is y'all.
Me's me.
It's real simple, okay? Y'all's y'all.
Me's me.
Okay, do, re, mi. Fa. Now, I was working real hard to figure out what to do for this one, but then I got it. All right.
But
Fa
she can't really say it.
Is the sound you make when there's kids around and you hit your thumb with a hammer. You say fa, and we do that a lot around here. And sometimes they don't hold it back all the way.
Right.
So, do, re, mi, fa, so. Now, do y'all have a thing over there called Craigslist? Because we got this thing called Craigslist, and this is where everybody, they get on there and they make transactions. Like I went on there and I put a big truck on there with a big lift and I sold it. And then, get my four-wheeler and I sold it.
And my motorbike, and I went and sold it.
And then because most of us rednecks, we're Christians, right? And we got Jesus, and we got Jesus in our soul. So I just want to thank Jesus for saving my soul.
Right.
All right? Do, re, mi, fa, so, la. Now, that's when you appreciate something a lot. A lot. Okay?
I like it a lot.
So, I like a lot. Like something like a pie. I like pie a lot. So, you lock it. Okay? You don't quite pronounce the K. It's like a la. But then as I was doing that, I started thinking of them Muslims. And then when I was saying it, it sounded like I was saying Allah. Allah, because that's what I'm saying when I say Allah pie, or it's like something like that,
Yeah,
so
y'all
I'm gonna
have
have to
to
question
change
that
that.
one, okay?
Yeah.
Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti. Now this one's real easy. You're gonna like this one, okay? So when it's like your grandma, she lose all her teeth, then you go to the dentist,
And she gonna get new teeth.
she gonna get a whole new set of teeth.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that one's real easy, and then it brings us back to dough.
Dough.
So make sure that when you leave this place, you shut that dough behind you. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when I was trying to come up with like maybe the Australian accent, I saw a girl and she told me that to say words like you drop the R in certain words, like brother, mother, father. Now over here, you keep the R, but you exchange the TH for a double D. So you say brother, mother, like that. So you can say like, he's my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Like
how
a
you say
cow
it.
udder.
All right. Now, the all right is another word that is really redneck. So it's like all right, and you got it. All right, y'all.
All right.
Okay. Now, if you go real down south, they say things like fixing to. And when I went down to Oklahoma, because I lived in Oklahoma, we lived in Oklahoma for 5 years, and we really picked up an accent down there. And I got to tell you what, I can never quite understand what fixing to meant. It meant to them like I'm fixing to go to the movies, like I'm getting ready to go.
We're fixing to go up this hill here in a minute.
But here's the thing, I would wonder, if it ain't broke, why are you trying to fix it?
Like, I would want to go in and say, I'm fixing dinner.
Right,
And they would say fixing dinner. And I'd say, I'm fixing to make dinner.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. All right.
Fixing to fix dinner. You can say that too.
All right. Just like fixing to. So, but then I'm going to pick up my fancy German Shepherd here, and when I get her back, I want to teach y'all a Southern drawl. This is a bonus, okay? Because I picked this up. It is not my native tongue. Redneck would be more of my native accent, but I'm gonna teach y'all a Southern drawl that my friends from college taught me. So I'll be right back, okay?
Okay, so we got our girl Nula here. We picked her up in the car, and I got a couple. Before Leah does her Southern drawl, I want to give y'all a couple of other words that people do. And you know what? They do this without an accent sometimes, and it just kind of drives the rest of us up the wall. But
reach me that.
Reach me that thing. Instead of hand me that, you just say reach me that. Another thing that they say is, when I was at the store, I seen this or I seen that. A lot of people instead of saw. Instead of saying I saw that, they say I seen that.
Instead of have, like I have this, I gotta get me one. I gotta get me one of those.
I gotta get me one of them.
I gotta get me
That's
one of
another
them.
thing. They use the word them instead of these or those.
All right.
Them people down the street, So
right.
it's just a little mixing up of the words.
Right.
So
it's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. Okay, so Leah wants to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, this is what I would call the sophisticated accent. It's when you actually go to school all the way and you learn all your words.
And you can actually speak correctly.
Right. You put the these and the thems in the right place usually.
Right.
Okay.
So then this is where you'd be down in like Georgia.
This is Georgia or South Carolina, and everything you say is just oh so happy.
It's just so peachy keen,
And I gotta tell you, when people really talk like that in person until I met a couple of my good friends. And one of them was Beth. And she came and she would just go around. She'd tell everybody. She'd say, "Hi, my name's Beth and I'm a Georgia peach."
But she would say, "Howdy, y'all."
Howdy, y'all. It's so pleasant. It's probably the best accent in America.
If you've got to use a country accent, you want to use the
It's
Southern
Southern
belle.
drawl.
You know what a
Yes.
belle is?
Now,
You're a Southern
I had
belle.
another friend. Her name was Summer. And when I was going to school, I was meeting all kinds of people. I was meeting people from all kinds of people in Europe and England and Germany and Africa. Africa's a continent. I realized that. We've got countries within the continent. And Summer came up to me and she said, "Hi, my name's Summer and I'm from Texas." And I pulled that girl aside in my non-neutral accent, because then we're from Ohio. And we feel that we have like the neutral accent,
Yes.
right? We have like none.
Right.
So I pulled her aside and I said, "Tell me that you were making that up, that you really don't, like you're putting it on, you're exaggerating." And she said, "No, sweetheart, this is how I really talk." Like, and I said, "All the time?" And she said, "All the time."
But it's really easy to do because everything ends with just a happy twang.
A happy twang.
You can't get into an argument if you're talking to somebody in the Southern Belle accent.
And
If you do, it's just going to make everybody just so happy to hear that you're angry at them.
At
At them.
Would y'all like to have some lemonade on the veranda? Newland needs to learn a Southern drawl.
She needs it. She needs that Southern drawl. Because
If
I
I
think
had-
then it would be like, "Oh, bark, bark, bark. I don't like you very much. I'm going to just bark, bark, bark right at you. I could eat you alive because I'm a German Shepherd, but I'm just going to bark, bark, bark right at you."
No, you did not.
That's what she needs. A little bit of that Southern drawl. She needs to be a Southern German Shepherd.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have anything else you want to teach these folks in England who keep telling us that we need to learn their just different vernaculars?
Different dialects? I gotta tell you, actually, if there's one way that I could talk all the time without
Use your bark, bark, bark.
If there was one way I could talk without anybody thinking that I was a little cuckoo, it would be the Southern drawl. But I think I talk too quick for the Southern drawl. I say too many words throughout the day.
We would never get anything out if we used the Southern drawl.
But we've met a lot of good people from Georgia and South Carolina and Texas.
Thank you, Nula.
And I think I would use the Southern drawl because everything you say, you have to say with a smile.
Smile on your face.
And you kind of tilt your head a little bit. It's almost like you're just kind of flirting with everybody that you're talking to.
All right, y'all, this is Leah and Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks. Don't forget to like and comment, subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. And find us on Facebook where we can interact with you on a daily basis. Don't forget to smile and thank the good Lord Almighty for the sunshine.
Well, actually, I promised them I wanted to sing them a little bit of my Patriot Girl song to give them an idea on
You
how.
promised them.
Well, in my head, I did.
She promised y'all in her head.
Because I don't think I can sing what the whole doe a deer, a shot a deer. I don't think I can sing that all the way through. So to give you an idea, my mama would always tell me in my neutral American accent, there's a lot of dogs out today. It's really nice here.
But when you're in the Southern drawl, you never get verklempt.
No, not at all.
You don't get shaken up.
My mama would say, "Leah, you know when you sing, you have a country accent." And so I was like, "Mama, you know I'm right. You see this hat I have on here? We have embraced the country life.
Yes, we have.
Tractor Supply, it's kind of like a ritzy place to go to get your farm
All
goods.
of your camo gear, you can get that there.
Yes, you can. You get Carhartt and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're gonna sing
so
on your
I wore my
song.
Tractor Supply hat for that.
Okay. Just give
Well,
me a little taste.
I'm just gonna give you a little bit, and we'll hook on the video. I wrote this song for all the patriots out there, and I believe that this can go for all the patriots on the whole world.
I think that all of y'all in the UK need to start singing Leah's song. This song
I
here.
would love it for y'all to sing my song.
Get it in your head.
And play it over and over again. All right. So.
You ain't got your guitar.
Nope, I was just gonna sing it a cappella.
Oh, okay.
For just a little bit.
Let's hear it.
All right. I'm not a cookie cutter princess. I got dirt under my nails. I'm not a cookie cutter princess. Not trying to turn the head of all the males. Not a cookie cutter princess. I got camo hanging in my closet. I'm not a cookie cutter princess. Raise your flag if you know what I mean. 'Cause I love my God, and I love my country, and I love freedom, and there ain't no place I'd rather be. What are you doing? You're like I sang a bad note or something.
No, I wasn't making a funny face. I was singing. She thinks that when I sing, I got a bad face, like I smelled a fart. That's my singing face. And you think it's a smelled a fart face.
Almost done.
Now, hang on. That just ain't right. You ain't like the way my singing face is. I'm going to take offense. I'm going to have to go sing in front of the mirror. My God. For crying out loud. You know, I'm just going to let you sing it. That's what?
In America. That's not how it is.
You know what? We're just going to attach the song the way that it was recorded to the end. And y'all listen to it. You go listen to it. And you'll have to see my I smelled a fart singing face. My goodness. She ain't even like sisters. You can't live with them, can't live without them. My
You know what? Get him out here and show him the river real quick. Come on.
Okay, here we go. Okay, y'all, this is our river that we grew up. We canoe on this river. She doesn't want me to go down here. She thinks I'm going to fall down. Well, if I don't look at the camera, I'm okay. One time when I was a little kid...
So don't be too careful. We might make some money on it.
You're funny. When I was a little kid, I was here with my friend Jennifer, and she actually fell down all the way down here. She really did. She just about right here. All right. She might agree with you on that.
Okay, a minimum like 501.
Yeah.
So we do a mix match when we speak of a bunch of different kind of accents. When we get excited, we kind of bring out the country hick. Sometimes we bring out
Inner
the
city black
inner
girl.
city because we're close to Cincinnati, and that
Right.
comes out a little
Well,
bit.
we
Y'all
grew up
kind
in
of
the
hip
ghetto
hoppy.
a little bit.
And so we have like this mismatch. So when you say I like your American accent, we don't exactly know
what you mean.
What you mean because let's for example. So we would go to a kids camp down in Hazard, Kentucky, right? And all them kids talk like this, okay? And we would ask them, do you feel like we have an accent? And they would say,
Well,
y'all talk like the people on the TV, but we talk like the people on the radio.
So there you go.
So the neutral American accent is what you hear. I guess like you guys have a BBC neutral accent, and only like 3% of the people in England actually use that BBC accent. But pretty much everybody in America uses the kind of normal. I have a phone call coming.
Oh, well, so there you go. That's the amendment to it. We do have a regular accent. It's just not an accent. It's just plain.
Plain Jane.
I was cold all alone. No place for